All right, team, what's going on? I'm Tim Jenkins, and welcome to All Things QB, where I watch every single clip and break down the most important ones. Today, we've got Brock Purdy, week 2 against the Minnesota Vikings. So, without further ado, let's jump into the film. All right, team, we are opening up, and we've got a little third down clip here. Got a little third down, motion to bunch. I just think Purdy's a little bit late here on this one. Okay, this third down clip, I think, of course, everything looks worse too, and I'm sure there's a bunch of screenshots floating around Twitter. Everything looks worse when, like, all of a sudden Kittle knocks somebody over and he's running wide open. With that being said, he's obviously reading this thing concept side, right? He's reading this thing concept side. They're just trying to work up. Hey, spray release vertical. He's trying to lean in. He's going to sit down. He's going to work in the middle, sit down. Just, trying to sit down, trying to make a play, trying to throw this thing on time. I just think he's a little late. I'd love to say, like, hey, man, I think he's a little late because of his feet, or I really think ball just needs to come out. I think he sees it. I think his feet are down. You're reading this thing probably inside out, right? So it's like he's peeking inside, and then he's trying to work out. There's times, too, where you got to say, hey, I just think that's a good play by 51, right? I think 51 does a good job of he's reading this thing inside out. He takes that away and then also gets in there. So, the one critique I guess you could have is, hey, maybe we need to work this thing in further to create more horizontal spacing. So a guy can't 2-for-1 us, right? He can't play both. If we're just spaced a little bit more horizontally, I think at the end of the day, we're just a little late if that's where we're going with the football, and we'll get that cleaned up. We'll get that cleaned up. Here we've got just a great design and a great football. I love this one. You see a little alert check, right? Let this clip roll and we'll talk through it, but just, yeah. Really good design. Obviously a good football. Okay, we get the motion over. No reaction means zone. Hey, alert. What we're doing is we've got this little corner route here. We've got the sail route. Really, it's not really a corner. It's more of like an ultra high. But then you've got that sail route behind it. Yeah, that's pretty. That's really good. Really, really, really good stuff. Purdy in the gun. 2, 3, 4. Hitch clean. It's just a good football. Really good design. Way to take advantage of it. Get Debo as the guy who's going to stress you vertical. Because you have Debo out here, so him being the guy that's stressing vertical, obviously they're going to respect that, right? Hey, we've got to get back. We've got, hey, a deep threat over here. And then Kittle obviously is able to slide underneath on just a little sail route and just be wide open. Wide open. Love that one. All right, team. Now we got just a great football here from Purdy. I want you guys to get eyes on this one. Really, really good progression, which is just enjoyable to see. Once again, love the design. Basically, we're just here. We got to sit. We're working sit. We've got the corner stop. So he's going to sell a corner. He's going to get to the stop. Just working this thing 1 and 2. You can see his eyes working right first. Okay, yep, don't have it. Reset ball. It's just good quarterback play, man. It's just like really darn good quarterback play where you can sit there and, hey, we're going to start with one side of the field. We're going to full field read this thing and work our progression just like it is in our book. Look at this thing, man. His feet. One, reset, ball. Yeah. One, reset, ball. Yeah, it's just good. Really, really, really good stuff. This one is just enjoyable because you gotta love watching Kittle work, man. Like Kittle doing his thing is maybe one of the more enjoyable things from a football perspective that you're going to see. I really like all the concepts going on here. So we're going to talk through all of them. We've got just like the speed out with the spray release. Oh, brutal drawing, Tim. But with the spray release vertical. So it's like these guys are going to actually kind of get their stems closer together before, we get the out and we get the slot takeoff. Okay, so I like that. We also have Debo. He's going to be on this like little now route, this clear route. And then you've got Kittle. He's going to be on the out return. Okay. So really, I'm guessing this is dealer's choice. Pick your side. If you're working this side, though, I'm guessing he's working the Debo now route into or out to Kittle. And that's just, again, another good progression, another good concept. And then, of course, it helps having the dudes that can make a play like that, right? It always helps, like having George Kittle out there being your Okie return runner. Dude, Purdy is just calm in the pocket, too. Calm in the pocket is kind of not the norm nowadays, and that's pretty dang good. That's pretty dang good. Right here, before I let this clip run for you guys, let's go ahead and check. We got 4th and 3, right? Down in distance, we got 4th and 3. Then what we end up getting is just, they're not trying to throw an over route on 4th and 3, right? That's not their intention. What they're trying to do is they're trying to run this little work in, get vertical. We got the stick route with the arrow route, right? They're just trying to read this thing arrow to this probably. And instead what ends up happening is they get tight coverage, and we got to get to number 3 who's on this over route. I mean, if we're being honest, he does have a shot at the stick, right? He does have a shot at the stick. He gets off it, and then that's just a dang good football. On 4th and gotta have it, to sit there and work that as your football is, that's pretty stuff. Look at this thing. Reset, ball. I got another angle for you guys too, because it's just like that enjoyable. Look at that football, man. That's stupid. That is stupid good ball from the quarterback spot. That's really, really good football. Love that thing, man. 4th down, convert it. This is one of those difference makers in the ball game, because this we just have to be better with getting our shoulders around. We have to snap our shoulders around on boot to where we can get this thing out of our paw. And then also we got to talk through how we're reading this thing, because what we're doing is we're booting, right? And we've got this here with this little here. And we've got to be able to snap our shoulders around. And we got, right, our first progression, second progression. If we are reading this thing bottom up, that's also an issue, right? So we've got to be able to snap our shoulders around, and we need to start throwing this thing now. Instead, we just hold on to it a little bit too long, which makes us late. And it's just, yeah, we try to complete it on the sideline, and we're just too far out. And the reason I say it's a difference maker in the game is because then what we end up getting to is that we don't we have that play happen. And then, okay, so then we run it on second down. And then third down, we run this, we're short. And then fourth down, we have the batted ball. And it's just like, that's how that's really the difference maker in ball games like this is when all of a sudden on fourth down, we don't score. And then we turn this thing over or, turn over on downs and, you walk away with 0 points. Now, though, what we've got is we've got that Kittle push and, again, and we'll talk through the whole we kind of already did, but we'll talk through the whole context of that series. This is a really good route by Kittle, actually, and a really good football by Brock, where you sit there and you want to look at the concept they're trying to run. We've got the inside easiest release vertical. We're on the corner, hopefully shielding a guy here, right? Hopefully rubbing this defender. We end up beating him to the spot. Kittle does a great job of pressing outside leverage and then, snapping on this out route. What happens, though, is the guy plays it pretty well to where Brock needs to pull him back more than normal, right? He needs to pull him down the stem more than normal to kind of protect this football from obviously turning it over. And then we end up where it's like we go from, what do you want to say, Kittle's plus 1.5 in the end zone, which is a great route, right? We want to be in the end zone when we catch this thing, to where it's like we've got to pull him to, all the way back to like where it ends up being almost the 2-yard line is what he gets pulled back to. So it's just like that's really tough. It's just, and I guess like at the end of the day, you could the coaching point is, hey, maybe we get +2, right? +3 in the end zone. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to crowd this corner route either to where we have a guy who can then all of a sudden peel off and make a play on the corner route. So you're kind of stuck with, you really want to be +1. It's really a +1 concept, Yeah. The thing that's tough is I don't think there's anything inherently bad about the read, the throw, anything. And then you're kind of stuck walking away from it where it's like, all right, now it's 4th and 2. We're going to go for it. And, I told you guys I'd let the plays run. Sorry about that. But it's 4th and 2. I'm going to go for it. You throw basically a mirrored version of it to the other side. Now what they've got is they've got this takeoff paired with the out route. And it's like the out route's there. Out route's there for a touchdown. Brock goes to throw it. And the ball gets batted. These were some of the compounding mistakes that I feel like ended up haunting the Niners in like a game that when you watch the tape, you think to yourself, the offense played way better than the score dictated. It's not even the free runner batting this thing down, right? It's like we've got hands on this guy. Yeah, I mean, that's a touchdown if that ball doesn't get batted. Guy makes a game, a touchdown saving play, getting up and getting his hands on the football. This one, quite frankly, I just love. I just really enjoy this one. I'll let this thing roll for you guys. There's sometimes with these motions where I just laugh because it's like, I laugh to myself. Like, what is this? What is this motion in the playbook? Right? Just get out there a little bit. Like, I just don't know what motion it is, but this is well designed. It is well executed. We've got a little lean inside vertical takeoff. We've got our backside on a big dig. And then we've got a little control route underneath, right? So we can keep those defenders because these linebackers are your vulnerability, right? These linebackers go get under this dig. We're in big trouble. We need to keep them baited up. We're going to use check like that. We're going to keep it baited. Bait these guys up a little bit. You see how it's just like their eyes, they can't get all the way underneath this dig route. And then I think Purdy does a good job. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hitch, ball. On time. And then, of course, unbelievable catch by Debo, which I just feel like is kind of standard issue, right? Hey, great catch. Great football player is what you're going to get. Look at this from our quarterback. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hitch, ball. Look at his eyes, too. You can tell his eyes are peeking that vertical route right there, right? You can kind of tell he's peeking that inside easiest release vertical. Okay, don't like it. Boom. Find Debo on the cross, on that in route. Really good football. And then look, I just want to look at this one more time. Look at this. That's just such a good catch. You know you're going to get blasted. Go up, make that play. That's competitive, gritty football. That's what you want to see from your receiver, especially a guy who, you know pay a lot of money to. Okay, this one we just got another in cut, right? We've got another in cut. Again, I'll let this thing roll for you guys, but it's like, I thought they did a great job attacking the middle of the field against the Vikings. And they just keep dressing up similar concepts. We just keep dressing them up a little bit different, similar, attacking similar areas of the field. This is how you beat Tampa 2, though. Look, they got a Tampa 2 look here. Let's kind of draw it up because it's a little exotic way to get to it. But basically, we're getting to where we've got our press corners, right? We've got our 2 deep guys. We got our 2 half players. And then this guy is going to end up running the middle. Okay, that's going to give you your Tampa 2 look. Nope, sorry, I apologize. 0 is the guy who runs the middle. And then we've got our mid-hook guys underneath. So they end up getting to Tampa 2. Against Tampa 2, what do you love to do? You love to throw that big in cut where that guy goes to bail to take the middle of the field, right? He bails to take the middle of the field. That's what you like to see. We've got an ultra high paired with a sail route. We've got our back as our control guy, and then again, Debo on this backside, right? Look at the key role that this back check down plays, though, because we talk about getting a running back out a lot. You hear that a lot at the NFL level. Hey, we want to get our back out. And here is why, is because watch him when he gets out and when he checks down. I want you guys to see the net result on these linebackers. He gets out, he checks down. What's the net result? These guys both work up. This guy's running to take the deep middle, right? Because we've got a half guy, so we know we're vulnerable to the deep middle. And then we have this huge void in between those two. All set up because of design, defensive structure. So it's like those are the ones where I think at times we think to ourselves, hey, he's open, right? He's wide open. Or, hey, this receiver's open. All the quarterback's got to do is throw to it. But to get him open, there's just so many nuances and intricacies that it's like, to me, so darn impressive that everything, hey, boom, we get the back out, which controls the linebackers. Hey, guess what? We get cover 2 Tampa. So that guy's going to run deep middle. This is a great play, even if they're not in 2 Tampa, right? The fact that they're in 2 Tampa and 0 gets the heck out of there makes it even better, but it's a good play regardless. And then again, getting up over the middle of the field, Debo here, and making a catch like this. Just think like, you got to appreciate ball like that because that's just really good football. This one is just beautiful. The little tight end screen down tight in the red zone. Okay. And then I think when you get the ball in 85's hand, obviously I think good stuff's going to happen. But watch the setup here by Kittle. I want you to watch him. Watch how he, boom, commits to this pass pro and then throws his guy by, right? Commit to the pass pro. Boom, throw your guy by. We're going to sneak this guy out. Boom, he's going to get vertical. Kittle's going to just follow him, sneak in there, touchdown. Really, really, really good stuff. I want to check out the tight. want you guys to check out Brock's eyes right here. Look at his eyes start right. Boom, eyes start right. Get back there, find Kittle. And then Georgie finishing it off. That's what you got to do, right? You get the ball right here with this look. Go finish it. Big time stuff. Big time, big time, big time stuff. All right, team. It is halftime. We are halfway through this thing. We just went through 11 clips. We've got 12 more clips to go. But do me a quick favor. If you've liked this video so far, please make sure you press the like button on it, subscribe to the channel, and then as always, let's FTA this thing, which means comment for the algorithm. And you football junkies like me, jump over to our Patreon account. The link is in the description. Your support means the world to me. It fuels the growth of this channel. That's all I've got for you guys, so you guys know the deal. Let's jump back into the film. This is just a perfect scramble find here, okay? Yeah. Love to see your quarterback create. Obviously, we got our fullback out here. Or is he a fullback, right? Is Kyle a fullback? Is he a tight end? Is he a receiver? We don't know. We'll let you know that day when we line him up somewhere. But obviously, he's wide open this whole time, right? Now, with that being said, Brock's eyes are obviously working the two receiver combo up top. So I'm not going to nitpick him on that because we got to understand, hey, based on coverage shell, based on our read sheet, we're going to get to certain points on the field. We're literally, it's not like Madden, right? We can't see the whole field. So it's like, hey, whatever dictates that we're going to read the top of this formation for the Shanahan offense, that's what we're getting right now. So he's putting his eyes probably to the correct side, which, hey, at times guys are open, right? It happens all the time where you can see really good quarterbacks and guys are wide open and their eyes aren't looking at them. With that being said, I think this is, and we'll talk about it again later, but I think this is an underrated aspect of Purdy's game, which is, hey, we feel the pressure, boom, we're going to get out of the pocket, we're going to buy some time, and then deliver a strike on the sideline, and great catch, great footwork on the sideline. But I love this kind of stuff, man, where it's like, all right, hey, my concept's dead. Let me see if I can go create something, right? Let me see if I can help our offense move forward here. Oh, it's just a great catch. I want to play that back one more time. Just an absolute weapon. How about that? Boom. This one we got bad. We got an interception. Okay. We got that same little H motion, just this time it's Debo, right? Sorry, I got to let the clip run, but all right. Let the clip run. Now let's talk about it. I think, all right, so a couple thoughts on this one. We've got basically we're going to spray release in, work vertical in. We've got the double ends, and then we've got a little sit from our weapon. I am going to be really honest with you guys, in which I can't tell what you can tell. Brock starts with his eyes up top, right? I'm guessing this guy getting somewhat depth gets him off this in route. And when then he gets off the in route, the double hitch is what kills him to where that guy can make a play on it. And we'll talk about it from the tight. The tight will give us a better look at this, where your guys are going to see the hitch, or it's more of a reset hitch, and it needs to be a reset ball. So watch his feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So to me, it's like he doesn't like it. And, maybe 51, can you fit the ball in? Those are the kind of things that I don't love debating, because it's like, hey, at the very end of the day, it's about if your quarterback feels like he can fit it in, not if some guy sitting in a chair in his office feels like you can fit it in, right? Like, so let's work off the premise of it was a good decision to get off the in route. Let's work off that premise because Purdy feels like, hey, I can't fit that ball in. Okay? So if we work off that premise, the way you fix this is if you see at the top of his drop, it's reset. So right there, he does what's called a reset. So he works from one progression to the other with his feet. Reset. This is now, you need to reset ball. What he then does is then he hitches. You see that where instead of left foot ball, he picks his right foot up and then goes right left again. Those 2 extra steps, the right left again, where it's like, it's not even really a hitch. It's more of a reset gather instead of a reset ball. If we reset ball, we're on time. We hit use check. He gets hit by 51, but it's a completion. Instead, because of the reset gather, now that's boom, ball gets batted. And then from there, right, hey, it's the National Football League. Guys are going to make plays. So that to me is one little footwork cleanup that we could save a play like this. And I just think that's like, hey, those are the things. Hey, let's improve it, right? Hey, make sure when we go from one progression to the next, we're either a clean hitch ball, we're a clean reset ball, whatever it is on how we have our read sheet designed to where we know our footwork to each progression. Let it be. I don't care. I care less what that is. I couldn't care less, because when you say could care less, I actually could. But I couldn't care less what the footwork is that they think is best for each play. What I do know, though, is if we're going to reset gather, we're going to find trouble. Or if we're going to reset hitch, we're going to find trouble where we need to either clean reset, clean gather, whatever it is. Let's execute it. Let's get better. Okay? We're just back into something that we love, though, which is we've got another little, not in-breaker, but just a timing. To me, this has always been XZ read, which is where it's these guys are on design takeoffs unless they can't get over top. And then they snap this thing back, which ends up in double ocean. Okay, what's in an ocean? A curl, right? The curl, the waves, you know. Okay, so double ocean, we got double curls. Boom, get vertical, sit down. Purdy on time. Ball's out of his hand right now. We're barely sinking our hips. Good ball. Good read, good football. Good read, good football. Let's check it from the tight. Let's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hitch, ball. You guys see the difference between like the extra, the hitch and ball versus the extra like hitch, reset. Hitch, ball. Great stuff. Great feel in the pocket, too. This little float at the very top of it is just big time. Because, like, you feel this push here. All right, I'm going to slightly float to then anchor myself back behind the center and give myself as clean a pocket as possible. And then I'm going to just make a throw. Man, love that one. Love that one, love that one, love that one. Okay, this one we're just going to watch. It's just, this is an underrated aspect of his game where it's like just getting out there and actually making a play with the football. You know, hey, we got a pressure look. All right, I'm going to climb the pocket. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to break a tackle. I'm going to get a first down. I just think it's an underrated aspect of his game, something that obviously people don't talk about a lot with Brock. But to me, it's pretty darn good stuff. Love the climb. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Little underrated aspect. This one's one of those that you just like to bury, right? You like to take this clip, you like to remove this clip from the game and bury it, because ball just slips out of his paw, right? You know, Brock's not the biggest guy in the world. you know, probably doesn't have the biggest hands in the world. And I do think, man, people do not appreciate how big the NFL ball is. People don't really appreciate it. And like stuff like this happens, man. A little bit of moisture on the ball, a little bit of sweat from somebody. Looks like the center doesn't vomit on it, at least, like the Packers guy, so that's nice. But yeah, I mean, a little bit of moisture on the ball, all of a sudden it slips out of your paw, and it's just brutal, right? That's a brutal clip. We got to bury it. That's what we want to bury. That's what we want to bury. This, I just straight up love the design here. I just some of these plays are just stupid. And I know everybody loves Shanahan, right? And there's been times in the past where I've watched some of his clips and I'm like, I don't understand what we're trying to get done here. And I do think at times it's like, with everything, right? Hey, if they're pretty darn good at their craft, we sometimes give them more credit than they deserve. This one, though, give him all the credit that he deserves, because this looks like we're selling. Everybody in the National Football League runs Samurai, which means like you have a post out here with a deep over. So these safeties nowadays are so used to trying to jump these deep overs. So it's like Debo's going to sell the deep over, and then he pulls out. And watch this thing. Selling the deep over, and then sits down, and it's just like wide open. And then again, what are we doing? We're pulling this guy out because our back getting out into the concept. It's an underrated thing in the National Football League, how important it is. Sorry, underrated from a fan perspective in the National Football League, how important it is to get our running backs out of the backfield to help control the underneath defenders and manipulate the underneath defenders. Great design, great ball. We got just great timing here. Really great timing. Sorry. Biscuits, gotta let those clips run. You guys beat me up in the comments about that. You guys always go, hey, let the clip run the first time. Let the clip run the first time and then start doing your rewind. Just like an instinct as a coach, though, to start just rewinding the tape. Kittle's going to push outside. He's going to sit down. The timing of this, the 3 hitch, and then 85 just a competitor, which you guys, if you watch San Francisco consistently, it's just enjoyable to watch. That's just so darn good, man. So darn good. This, I got a no grade here. I mean, if I'm being honest, I probably would like to mark it as a bad. He's just trying to bait the corner and then makes a piss poor decision. So I'm going to change it from a no grade to a bad right now. What do we have here? We have a spray release sit. We've got a corner. This is the defender we're stressing, right? We're putting that defender in a bind where, hey, guess what? Your safety has inside leverage. So we're going to beat your safety with the corner to where now it's just you. You're on an island. You either play up here or play here. Brock tries to bait him. Watch Brock pump his shoulders out to the flat. So Brock, boom, with that little shoulder fake. Did you guys see it or no? Boom. He tries to bait him to throw this corner. And what we need to do on 1st and 10 is just not get greedy and absolutely hammer this wide departure sit route. And let's keep the chains moving, right? Bang it, get us to 2nd and 1, or let's go 1st down to 1st down. Don't get greedy with it. Don't try to get this guy to set. He's bailing out of there. Do not get greedy with it. Don't try to bait him into it. And then once we try to bait, we got to verify. Bait and then try to verify. It's a dangerous one. It's a dangerous one. Instead of baiting, let's play with our feet clean. Boom, stick it on that wide departure sit. Let's just keep moving forward. Keep moving forward, okay? Just. This one's just fun to watch. Look at him just, hey, trying to keep the play alive, keep the play alive, keep the play alive. All right, I'm going to throw that thing out there. This one I've got this one's also a 3-angler for you because I got another great angle where it's just like, it's just funny to watch. Look at him just buy time. Buy time, buy time, buy time. Oh, find my guy. Yeah, we'll take it. Look at it from this angle, though. You guys are really going to like it. From this one, I just think it's awesome. Watch him buy time, buy time, buy time, buy time. Okay, all right, all right. Not there, not there, not there, not there. Here I go. That's just so good. That is so good. All right, here we're trying to make a little comeback, right? And we got a nice little chunk play to start. Boom, with the big sit, with the big in behind it. Great throw on time. Great body control by Debo. The thing that I love most about one is, man, when you see him make some of these plays where he makes a catch, he also turns his body in a way to really protect himself, which obviously super important as a receiver. That's good. That's good. So we got a little chunk play, a little chunk starter, right? Little chunk starter, and then now we're going to get to just a great shot. Inside release. So that's actually supposed to be a cop route. That's supposed to be a corner stop. You can tell based on his eyes, but then he can feel this guy lingering, so he doesn't want to get too far wide to bring him into this thing, so he sits it down tight, which is just a great adjustment. Great adjustment, great football, good catch. Honestly, watching it, a piece of me thought it was a drop as well. But then you look at it and it's like, no, that's a catch. Okay, and then last one we got for you guys, man. It's a no great. It's such a great play by the defense. Right? You've got just got to be formation recognition, something they've seen before. I love this play, though. We got 2-on-2 right now. We throw this thing out to him. Debo's going to score. 43 just makes a play. 43 just gets wide, makes a play. And it's important to understand from a play structure perspective, what are the Niners attacking? They're running the ball they're running zone to this side right now. What they're trying to do, though, is they're trying to control this apex guy, meaning if he's in this box, we don't like the run play, right? We don't want the run play, so we want to throw it out here. If he starts to widen to play these three guys, man, we really love the run play. So it's like, it's a great design. 43 just, he's alert in the red zone. Hey, they might throw a quick screen here, right? Brady made that famous with the Patriots. It's a really good football play from 43. It's a good read from Brock. It's this is what we're supposed to do. We can't run into this look. So, but we would score a touchdown if we completed that thing. So it's a really good read from him. Also a really good design. 43 makes a play, right? He could pay a lot of money to play football too. So to me, man, I enjoyed watching the Niners. I think this offense is creative. Obviously, playmakers all over the place, plus 23 sitting on the sideline. So to me, playmakers all over the place. I thought they played well. I thought Brock played well. So I want you guys to comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you want to see more Brock Purdy on this channel. I'd love to cover him more. Hopefully this gets some views because I'd enjoy covering him some more. It's a fun offense to watch, a fun offense to break down. You guys comment. Let me know what you think. And until next time, peace.